We learn from the Apostle Paul in his epistle to the Hebrews that the Son of Jesus Christ was in the express image of his Father. Joseph F. Smith used the term in describing the physical appearance of Seth in comparison to his father, Adam. A distinction should be made from the outset that the express image of is different from in the image of. The first refers to a remarkable similarity in physical, likely facial appearance, while the second refers to the fact of procreation. Paul's statement in Greek that Jesus Christ is the express image of God the Father's likeness has other translations. The International Standard Version translates Paul as exact likeness, emphasizing the physical similarity between the two. The English Standard Version translates the Greek as exact imprint and changes the King James person or International Standard being to nature. This is a more literal approach. The Greek word used by Paul was character and designates an engraving tool and, by extension, the impression caused by the tool. The inference is that Jesus Christ was figuratively stamped, engraved, or impressed with the image of the Father, thus becoming identical in looks and character. Alma, the high priest and son of Alma, used the same analogy when preaching to his people throughout the land. In this case, he applied it to the saints. Like the Savior, they too were to have the image of God engraved upon their countenances. In other words, they were to become the express image of the Father. It is important to point out that Alma described the process of having God's image engraved upon the countenance as proceeding from an internal transformation, to be spiritually born and experience a mighty change in heart. According to Alma, the internal transformation would manifest itself in an external transformation. The change in heart would change the countenance. Joseph Smith connected the express image and likeness of the Son to the personage of the Father with possessing the Father's fullness. As we have documented before, the fullness consisted of the mind or consciousness and its attributes, glory and power. According to the prophet, possessing the same mind not only allows the Son and Father to become one, but also transforms the physical appearance so that the two have the same image or likeness. Of course, this fullness and express image is not attained immediately, but over time. The Savior, as we must, went from grace to grace. This accords with what we know of consciousness. When consciousness becomes coherent within a person or between two or more people, their associated physical and biological systems also become coherent. We articulated it in this way. This means that when two people, such as a married couple, develop a harmonious emotional relationship, their associated physical systems, including facial features, become more coherent. They begin to look alike. In such cases, the couple's coherence in consciousness and the light of Christ acts directly upon the physical systems underlying facial features, such as the facial musculature and vascular systems, thereby permanently affecting the physical features of the face towards similarity. When we apply this principle to the gospel of Jesus Christ, men who have experienced the mighty change of heart and become more coherent spiritually with the Savior, as he did with the Father, their physical systems and features become more coherent with those of deity. Men begin to act and look like they do. They have the express image of God engraved upon their countenance.